Hey everybody, I'm Garrett.
And I'm Carolyn.
And we're Diary of a Family. And welcome to our home remodel
Segment video. Something.
That thing that came across the screen. Anyways, this was a very long process for us. It took us about 9 months.
Yeah, it was most of a year that we were painting the inside of the house, the exterior of the house, and doing a remodel in the bathroom and laundry room and master bedroom.
Yeah.
So here you can see us, we're painting the living room ceiling.
Yeah. We kind of painted the living room with we had a family get together at our house, and we decided to start with that. And we just kept moving from there, kept painting more rooms and to get our house ready.
I think we had most of the house painted by this point, and then finally got to doing the ceiling.
Finally done. 1.5 hours later. So the next step for us was painting the rooms. And this was a fun project for us because we were able to get the kids involved with this.
Oh, they've been begging and begging to be a part of what we were doing, and we said finally, look, as soon as we can get the room empty, we're going to let you paint your walls.
Yeah.
And this is good. They had put marks on the walls, and now they got to clean it up.
Yeah.
I am cutting in here the chair railing.
Yeah.
Looks kind of funny me going along that.
So if you can't tell, this was the kids' room.
It was the kids' room.
And this was kind of like the first one we wanted to really get done, so we can kind of shuffle things around. Once that was done, we could move into that room and start working on the other rooms. And as you can tell, we're putting the finishing touches, and that is the room. And now we're heading onto our laundry room. Laundry room was one of those that was quite a major project because we were taking out the window and putting in a door.
It made the space a lot more functional, being able to move right from the kitchen into the laundry room and then right out onto the back porch. Whereas before, it was a little bit more difficult to get out to the backyard.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and show you what we did for demoing this wall. So as you can tell, go ahead and go right up here. We went ahead and took out this whole sheetrock all the way up and then all the way over. Where our plan is to put the door from here to here, or maybe even move this over a bit and move it further in. We went down here, we took it all the way down there, and we took the trim off as well. So we're able to take off what we need, remove it, reposition it or whatever, and we should be good.
If you want to see the door install project that we did here, click the link above.
Oh, the dreaded kitchen remodel.
Ah, the ugly yellow.
Yellow and white and black. It was a hodgepodge of craziness. You can see antique looking fixtures and all kinds of stuff.
It was definitely an attempt at some sort of country-ish kitchen, and I'm glad that we got rid of it pretty darn quick. I loved our gray walls and the white. It really worked. And it drew everything together once we got the kitchen cabinets back on.
Yeah.
In these pictures, we had the front cabinets off and in the back bedroom. And we were refacing them, getting them all pretty and white.
As you can tell, we're getting every nook and cranny of that kitchen painted.
We pulled out every single appliance and painted behind them.
I think the only thing we didn't do was pull the trim off and paint under the trim. But that wasn't necessary. But we were really happy with the work we put in, and it really added to that room overall.
I think it did, yes. Definitely did when we painted the ceiling white instead of yellow. And those fixtures you found for the kitchen were fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, so we moved the refrigerator and found tons of crap under there. And look at that! They hadn't even painted the wainscoting that they put on the walls. Look, it says refrigerator.
Honestly, if they would have...
They never painted in here.
If they would have left it unpainted, And just the wall color yellow, it probably would have looked nicer than the yellow.
Yeah. This is just insane. So, the wainscoting here, let's show on the other side here. So they painted it yellow, and then the top part white, or something like that.
Tempted to.
They left this completely bare.
And as you can tell, there's the blue color. That's blue.
Yeah.
This is white.
The kitchen had been blue, it had been white, it's been yellow. Over here on the other side, we have painted it this beautiful gray. So, put some light on that. We have painted it this beautiful gray, even the wainscoting. So, it really works, it really blends in. But that's just insane.
Honestly.
They threw this kitchen together and slapped some paint on it and left the refrigerator where it was when they painted.
I'm saying they took 30 minutes to do this kitchen.
For painting it?
For painting it.
Probably. Woo. Well, it's going to look 10 times better when we're done with it, so. Wow. That took us an hour and a half to do what you see behind us. Let's see. So we have taken off the cupboard doors. That is another step in the process. Those doors will probably not go back on until we have painted them and cleaned out the insides of the cupboards and painted the cupboards as well. Then they'll go back up and they will be white, not yellow. I love white. I hate yellow. So I've painted along underneath the cabinet and above the sink and around the window at the sink. It looks a ton better than it did. So of course behind me over the stove here, we still have to do all of that. But it will come in time. We're taking things a little at a time, little chunks. Because I am tired when I get home from work. And then Garrett has accomplished this wall behind me. So everything got painted. Well, it'll probably need a second coat, but it will end up being the same color as the rest of the house. And then those yellow cabinets will go bye-bye.
So everything will be gray and white.
Gray and white with that dark countertop. Yep. And honestly, it's gonna make those windowsills pop, with them being bright white and everything else being gray. Our kitchen painting has commenced, and it's been the one job that I've been really, really dreading. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. And my gorilla hands.
Your gorilla hands.
I'm making a mess of a few things, but nothing we can't fix.
He just can't cut in. It has to be me. This is what happens when he cuts in. Well, you weren't even trying to cut in.
I wasn't even trying to cut in.
And you made a mess.
My brain was just thinking, we'll paint the whole thing white and paint over it.
Except that it's got to be smooth. So we'll end up having to sand all of that off when we go and clean. But it'll be fine.
It's the end of a stressful day, so...
So I love the before. I love the kind of open aspect that we have now of the in-between, and then I can't wait to share with you the final product when we finally do get the cabinets all painted white.
It'll look a whole lot better.
It will look a whole lot better.
Well, there was a lot of preparation that we had to do before we could actually paint the cabinets themselves. As you can see, we're taping off all the areas that we don't want to get dust in it, because the next step would be sanding, and we had to sand all the surfaces so that the paint we were using would actually stick, because it was a very glossy finish on the cabinets we had.
This is a very dusty, very noisy process using the sander.
I think we were cleaning up dust for a month after we were done with this project.
So we did paint all of the cabinets, including the sides that would be covered by the refrigerator.
Yep.
And then we made sure that we taped off great. And here you can see that we're putting our first coat onto the yellow. It's turning white. Now you can see we're not doing the faces of the drawers because we're going to actually remove those and do this properly as they get the most attention and are seen the most.
Yep.
We don't want the paint scratching off.
And because of the additives we used in the paint, we had to do multiple coats to get it to cover the entire cabinet.
So already it's looking so much nicer in there. Look at that.
It was so inspirational for us to be able to paint something and be like, oh my gosh, it looks so much better.
And why didn't we do this years ago?
Yeah, exactly.
So we took the fronts off and we took them into the back bedroom where we hadn't painted yet. And here you can see I'm very carefully doing the fronts. So we found out by trial and error, don't lay it flat on your piece of paper.
Yeah.
The paper actually sticks to the paint and then you're like having to sand off the back. And then I also learned, and you can see I'm painting the front here first, that you want to paint the back first and then have something to support it. So I used cardboard kind of.
We bent it to make them like into triangles.
Yeah.
So that they would hold.
Toilet paper tubes also worked really well, cut in half. And then you would lay it so that it was supported by those and not touching the ground at all. So you do the back, and then once that's dry, you flip it over and do the front. And then if there's any sort of area on the back that gets a little bit dinged or damaged, it won't be shown.
And the additive we use, which is an emulsion, we'll have another video just on the paint emulsion. Actually laid flatter on the cabinets and just allowed it to look really nice.
Yeah, the emulsion just allowed the paint to dry slower so that it would actually flatten out more and you would not get a lot of the brush strokes.
Yeah.
So it makes it look a little bit glossier. As you can see here.
And this is the finished kitchen.
Finished. Beautiful. Beautimous.
Yeah. We were so happy with it. Honestly, we were just like, why didn't we do this sooner? And do we really want to move? But we are glad, and we are glad we're able to bless another family
with a very nice
nice kitchen and a house, very nice house as their first house.
We changed all of the knobs on the cabinets too to kind of bring them updated and match them all with silver, and it looks so good in there.
Okay, well, I am starting to prime the master suite. I have no idea what my kids have recorded on this thing because it's like 28 minutes in, but we'll see. So let's go ahead and jump to me priming this room. This is our master remodel, and it was quite an undertaking.
It was definitely a big job, but I loved the outcome. It really needed it, and it made the space very functional.
This was a very unfunctional / storage room for most of our time in this house.
It had a door in each wall until we closed up 3 doors.
Yeah. I did use it as a studio, which was beneficial. I did some pretty cool videos in my lighting channel. If you'd like to see some of the work I've done on my GS Lighting Solutions channel, I'll leave a link in the description or one of the icon cards. Let's get back to the experience we had in remodeling this room. We definitely learned a lot with building walls, and we closed a door up, and I think it turned out pretty well overall. I don't think anybody walking in the room now would be able to tell that we did what we did in that room.
Yeah, it definitely was a lot more functional, like I said before. There used to be a garage door, we closed that in. There used to be a back door, we closed that in. There was a sliding door onto the front area, and we closed that in as well and made that a window. Yeah. So I love the spaciousness of the bathroom. Yeah, it definitely, the open feeling, that it made it feel really like a master room.
And one of the other reasons we were able to get this done in the time we got it done is because we got help.
Yep.
We were able to get a couple teenagers who weren't doing anything over the summer and who also wanted to get some little extra money to come help us.
So yeah, definitely a shout out to Addie, who watched our kids for us, and to Carson, who helped you do a lot of these projects around the house, inside and out. Inside and out,
a lot of scraping, painting, all that kind of stuff. So as you can tell, we also were shifting a lot of items around in that room because we moved a lot of stuff in there as we had windows and doors open. So a lot of things just kind of had to be shuffled around as we were.
So this is the bathroom space. That will be where the toilet was taken out of, and now we're going to also put in a shower in the corner there. That green board is a special mold-resistant drywall.
Yep.
That used to be the back door.
Yep.
Boarded it in, put in a window.
There used to be a window right there where the shower is going to go,
and that
as
was
well.
Boarded in. Yeah.
So we shifted a few things around. We made it more functional and make more sense.
And that big blank wall will end up being a walk-in closet.
Yep, lots of work. And now we're to one of the longest few nights of
our lives. 2 nights. This night when we were laying the tile ended up taking us until past 2 a.m. I think in the end we decided that between the two of us, we worked 15 man-hours on the floor alone.
Yep. Yeah.
But it looked fantastic afterwards, and I would use this product again. Peel and stick laminate tile that we glued to the floor. And
we used a tile grout that's made for the laminate tile.
Yep.
And
this is the second night, and it really just made the floor pop once there was grout.
Yep. And we were happy. I mean, it was what, $1.29 a square foot, and worth every penny.
It was definitely a good investment and made that room look really great. So here's the finished product.
Yep. We decided that we didn't want to do the carpet ourselves. We kind of come to the end of the project and we're like, let's just have someone else. So we hired someone.
Took him only a couple hours to get it in.
2 or 3 hours to put it all in. And we changed out the lighting fixtures. We did all the trim work. And there is the
walk-in closet.
Walk-in closet. I call it, what, a California closet? It's like an open closet idea.
We did it ourselves.
Yep.
I think it looks fantastic. I never thought to do anything like this in a closet.
Yep. So we turned this room from a room that was very not functional to something that
is both beautiful and functional.
And probably was a big selling piece for the house.
Yes. So the house now has 2 bathrooms and 4 bedrooms.
Yep. Now let's get to the painting.
The exterior.
The kids had a lot of fun painting and cleaning and helping us with this. It was a project that they could do because it was on their level. They got really messy.
They did. And I didn't really want the baby getting involved, but he did end up getting involved. You shall see soon. So our house was this yellow and the red brick. I loved the red brick, but we were talked into painting it.
Yeah.
I'm glad we did because it really did end up blending all the pieces together.
Yeah.
I'm glad we got rid of the yellow. The kitchen was yellow. The ceiling in the kitchen was yellow. The exterior was yellow.
Everything was yellow.
I'm very done with yellow.
We would have kept the brick, but our realtor...
Timmy. Come on, Timmy. Wipe it up.
Our realtor didn't want us to.
You're a goofball. Get it in the cracks.
Oh, yeah.
Show me painting the cracks. Show me the cracks. Okay, you gotta paint the ones that have no paint in them.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
ones have paint in them?
Come
How about you, Emma?
Good.
Let me see.
Come follow me.
Paint on your face. That's good. Show me painting the cracks. Show me.
I did most of this.
Most of that. Timmy! You're dripping on the ground!
What, dude? Watch this.
Oh no! It's a baby with a paintbrush! Are you getting anything on the wall, or is it all going on yourself? Huh? I'm done. I'm done.
Well, the kids definitely had a blast helping us paint.
And Edison completely ruined that outfit, but he did. He had a lot of fun.
Yep, he wanted to paint everything once he got the hang of what was supposed to happen.
At one point, at one point he even painted my phone and almost painted my glasses.
Yeah, and he tried painting other things. He also tried to help us paint the shed, which ended up with me throwing away a bunch of his clothes.
Oh yes,
because
he ruined a pair of shoes.
Yeah, ruined
too.
Shoes. He ruined his clothes. I had to give him a bath and a shower, and all within the space of about 20 minutes. And he was not a happy camper, to say the least.
Oh, we did a lot of work that day. It will be all gray. Really? No! 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 He was gonna paint my car. Whoop! Get up. You're okay.
What a little stinker.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I stopped him.
Have you ever had someone decide to go paint your car?
White on maroon.
And this is a primer, not even...
Oh my gosh, it would have been so hard to get off.
Oh, but he was probably just on cloud 9.
Yeah, he was. He really, really had a lot of fun.
And he's teething too. Next part of the process was getting the outside painted, and we're so thankful that Carolyn's dad is a painter and was willing to come and help us.
Yeah, he was just going to teach us how to use the sprayer, but he did the whole thing, and I'm glad. It was a long day. I was his right-hand helper, and then once we got most of it painted, I did start on trim.
And I spent most of the day putting coverings on the window and taping and all that kind of stuff.
Yep, going ahead. So all that painting of the brick was done a week prior to this day, and then we spent the whole day painting and most of the trim, and then we finished the trim up several days after that, and I just think it made the house. It really did.
Yeah, all the prep, all the work was, as we were doing this process, it was like, wow, it actually was worth it, and we're so thankful.
Fantastic, yeah. It's just so amazing how you can live with something for so long and think, oh, it's okay, but then when you go to fix it and make it nicer, bam, completely new.
Yes. And as much as we were doing all this painting, we also had a lot of fun doing it.
I think Dad's done a great job. I have some trim work to do. That's what I'm going to get started on. But we're into the afternoon, started at about 11:30, and we have a gray house now, not a yellow one. It's so fantastic. So I'm gonna come out here through the garage to the front and show you some of the work that he's been doing. Oh, and I have to show you something else too. I have to show you that we had to cover our home. So we covered it with plastic so that no paint gets on it. It took us a little while, but there it is. She's all covered in plastic.
What do you think about those before and after pictures of the house?
Wow. A lot of work.
There was still a lot of work left to do. And this is the first coat of trim.
Oh my gosh. It made it look so fantastic.
Yep. Just that one, just the front of it, just a little bit, just made it pop.
It did. It made it pop. I love these colors, the gray and the pearl white.
So we found a quick and effective way of painting our gutters and trim without using a ladder. We're using our truck. It's a $38,000 ladder that moves. What do you think about our ladder for doing trim? It worked, honestly.
It did. It actually made it so much easier to get up there and get that trim done. You can see that the light is fading.
Yeah.
And we did not actually end up getting all the trim painted that night. And we actually needed to do a second coat on the gutters since they were that green.
But look at the final product.
It was fantastic.
Those windows, I mean, we just cleaned them up and they just fit right in with the trim.
I love it.
All the trim work together, it really just, it brought everything together.
Yep. I love that the white was just this little bit off white and the gray was just perfect.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about those basic colors, but I really wish we'd had time to paint the door red and do some dark blue trim. But
we kind of got the deck a reddish brown.
Yep.
Yeah, we won't talk about the deck.
No.
There's too many bad memories on that one.
Too much.
But overall, we couldn't have asked for anything better.
So inside and out, the house got an facelift, and we were very happy with the final product, and so is the new owner.
Yep. And we just closed on our house a few days ago.
Yep.
And so we are no longer house owners. But this is the finished product. It's an empty house, so you're not going to see any furniture or anything. But we were very happy with all the work. And I think the return that we got from it made it worth it.
I definitely think just knowing that we did our absolute best while we had this home, always finding ways of improving it and fixing problems.
Yeah.
And then just beautifying it to the point where it really was a showstopper. I think our realtor was very surprised at how much effort we put into this home.
Well, and I mean, in 4 days, we had 9 offers put in on the house.
It was really our intent and our goal to always use this home to bless others, and we were going to be good stewards, and I think we did just that.
Yep. And I think you can see it in the finished product.
And I want to do the same with our home on wheels.
Yep. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Also consider subscribing to our channel and hitting that notification bell.
You can find us on Instagram and Facebook
at Diary of a Family.
And then in the description below, we'll also link my ENTV.
Yep. And we'll see you guys in another video. Bye.